There is only one king.
Tomorrow I take his head clean off. Out that head. Every featherweight head I'm coming for. Tomorrow I take his head clean off.
Brandao looks hurt. This could be the end.
Big left.
This could be an early stoppage. Another
McGregor
first
comes
round
in.
for McGregor. This could be it.
That is it. It is all over. Conor McGregor.
September 27th, I'm going to rip Dustin's head clean off, you know. It makes no difference about nothing. Just a little pea head. Dustin thinks it's all talk. Dustin thinks it's all talk, but when he wakes up with his nose plastered on the other side of his face, he's going to know it's not all talk. The last contest he had, he fought a tough reject, an Ultimate Fighter reject, and nobody gave a shit about it, and he got wobbled about 40 times. His chin is deteriorating. Every single contest he gets in, he hits one knee. He does a gust of wind and he does the chicken dance. You know what I mean? Coming up against me, that's not going to be good. You know, I'm going to crack him with a jab and he's going to wobble and I'm going to put him away early. It's going to be a first round KO, mark my words. You get wobbled in every fight, Dustin. Every fight. You get dropped to one knee in every fight. Every single fight you get dropped to one knee.
No.
Every single fight. Diego dropped you, Akira dropped you. They all dropped you, Dustin. Come on, I'm going to hurt you badly.
Diego.
My thoughts on Dennis Siver is he's a midget German steroid head. That's my thoughts on him. So I don't have any thoughts other than that. But if you think, you said congratulations, I'm now number 9. If you think I celebrate number 9, you're highly mistaken, my friend. I don't give a shit about rankings. As far as I'm concerned, I'm number 1. His weakness is obviously his chin. You know, look, don't get me wrong, I like the kid. He's a quiet little hillbilly from the back arse of nowhere. You know, I've nothing against the guy, you know what I mean? I'm sure he grew up in a circus or a fair, or, you know, he's a nice little kid. So, Cletus, or, you know, his cousin's probably named Cletus or something. I don't know, he's a nice kid. But his chin is going to be cracked, and it's going to be cracked early. Trust me, this is a first round KO for me. I have no doubt in my mind. His toes will curl, and I will celebrate.
Having a conversation, looking to finish the fight.
That's it. Wow. That's the...
These featherweights don't understand. Until they get hit by me, it's a whole other ball game when they get hit by me. So I said I'd knock him out in the first round, and I knocked him out in the first round. You can call me Mystic Mac, because I predict these things.
I feel extremely confident that I will use my movement to freeze Dennis, I believe. He's a compact fighter as it is. I will use my movement to freeze him, and then I will take his head clean off and raise it in beautiful Boston City, you know, Ireland number 2, I like to call it. It is a mismatch. I'm going to whoop his ass, I'm going to collect the checks, and then I'm gone. My confidence comes from looking around at the division. I don't see anything in the division that troubles me, not one of them. They don't move like I move, they don't think like I think, and they don't talk like I talk. That's my confidence. I am highly confident I will shut Jose Aldo down in spectacular fashion and take over the game. I say it how I want to say it, yeah? The king speaks however he wants. But I believe 2015 will be my year. I know a lot of the featherweights are bitching and moaning and hating on it, you know, but they don't have to love it. They can even hate it, but they will be forced to accept it. Now, all I'm looking for is a simple thank you. If you look, maybe a kiss on the toes. But if you look back at the last featherweight contest in Mexico, it was between a guy who had a horrendous fight against Jose Aldo, Ricardo Lamas. He fought like a pussy. He ran for 5 rounds. And then you look at Dennis Bermudez, who's on a false win streak. Holloway beat him. So these are 2 average, okay, journeyman fighters. Yet there was so much light on that fight, so much attention on 2 decisions. You know, Dennis is a decision machine. And Ricardo's fought like a pussy. So they still got that exposure. People are even talking about Nick Lentz. Who gives a shit about Nick Lentz, really? Now, before I came along, the same with Cub. I believe he's aging. He looks 95 years old. I say it every time. But for me personally, you know, I have nothing against Frankie. I respect his style, but I would like Cub to win for the specific reason that he seems to think that he has been promised a UFC title shot if he wins this fight against Frankie. So I want him to win that contest, and then I will bake a freshly made pie and smack him clean in the face with it when I get the title shot.
All right, I'm 5'6".
You're 5'4" at least.
3 inches taller than me, buddy.
5'4" at least. You should stand up because we can barely see you on the screen. I can rest my balls on your forehead.
Me. He's a little 5'2" twerp. He should have kept his mouth shut, and I'm going to slap the face off him, and that's it. He has a few scrambles in him, and then he will break. Then I'm going to pick him apart.
10 seconds. Oh, he's hurt. Could he finish him here? Conor McGregor.
Let's make a bet here. If you fucking have the
How
ball
much?
to do anything.
With that $500,000. You're making bets with that $500,000 I gave you?
Notice.
48,000 you went
Shut
from.
up and let me
You went from 48,000 to $500,000. Thank me and be grateful. Be grateful.
Take this fight on 2 weeks' notice with me, motherfucker, and I'll whoop your ass.
2 weeks, 3 weeks, I butchered your face. I KO'd you. You were curled up like a bitch. You were curled up like a bitch. You were curled up like a bitch. I butchered your body. You couldn't even lift your hands up. You couldn't even lift your hands up. You can do that all you want, but at the end of the day, the knockout speaks for itself, and you hit the deck like a bitch. You called yourself the Mike Tyson of the featherweight division, and I marched forward, stood in the pocket, and said, "What have you got?" And you hit like a fucking strawweight. You hit like a strawweight, calling yourself the Mike Tyson.
Your left eye, buddy.
Ask yourself truthfully, if Dana rang you and said, "You don't have to fight Cerrone, you can fight McGregor," even though Cerrone was still fit, would you take it? You're damn right you take it.
Of course, man. Easy
Because
money.
I
Of
change
course,
your
you
bum
got
life.
easy money, man.
I can make you
Look
rich.
at you, man.
I change your bum life. You fight me, it's a celebration.
Of course you can. I will beat you.
When you sign to fight me, it's a celebration. You ring back home. You ring your wife. Baby, we done it. We're rich, baby. Conor McGregor made us rich. Break out the red panties. We're rich, baby. So don't say you would not take that fight, because you would take that fight like everyone else up here would take the fight against me if it was offered, regardless of belts or any of that shit. I'm the money fight in the male shit at all weight divisions, so fuck everybody else up here.
Get on.
You're too slow and too stiff. You're stiff as a board. I'd snap you in half. And that's it.
Yes.
I see stiffness when I look in that 155-pound division. Slow, stiff. I feel like they're stuck in the mud almost. The featherweights, they hit like flyweights, so it's nice down there just destroying them and killing that whole division. But I have my eye on that 155 division, and I see them all stuck in the mud in there. So
Conor,
we'll see over time. But guess what? Have I been wrong yet? Have I been wrong yet? No.
You have a monster right here at 45, Aldo, about to beat your ass. You've beat nobody, and you think you're going to come up to 155 and make a statement? Come on, man. Sit the fuck down.
The end of 2015 means the end of the featherweight division. They are all dead in the water. It's done. If the Brazilian shows up, I hope he does. Who knows? He's petrified. He's the so-called pound-for-pound #1, but he's quaking in his boots over there. You can't... You know what I mean? So I don't know. I hope he shows up. But if he shows up December 12th, the division will be killed, like I predicted. And then it's on to the 155, stuck in the mud division.
That's it. That's good.
I own this town. I own Rio de Janeiro. So for him to say he is the king and I am the joker, if this was a different time, I would invade his favela on horseback and kill anyone that was not fit to walk. But we are in a new time, so I'll whoop his ass in July. Look into my eyes, little man. Little Brazilian. Ooh, vamos here. Otario, otario!
You know what that means? Pussy.
You see fear in my eyes. You see nothing in my eyes, you little midget. You little skinny old Brazilian fuck. You little bitch. What are you looking at? Yeah, what you gonna do? You wanna do something? You wanna do something? You wanna do something? You little Brazilian bitch. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You little bitch. Who's I'll take that belt? You'll do nothing. You'll do nothing. Sit down. You're looking at the king. You're looking at the king.
If somebody takes a possession of yours and waves it in your face and tells you to come and get it, and you sit there and do nothing, that's the biggest sign of fear I've ever seen. He took this can of Monster Energy from this table and said, come and get it. I drill it through his head. I heard I slapped him in the back of the head. I didn't slap him in the back of the head. I put my hand on his neck and I bent him over.
Like a man.
Tell him I said
not.
I am his daddy.
Ele é seu pai.
Nunca vai ser.
Sit on my lap.
Nunca vai ser. Tá mais fácil
Sit on my lap.
Eu domino.
Sit on my lap, kid.
Well, at the end of it, he was the turtle. But as far as I'm concerned, when you fought Chad, he rearranged your face. You haven't looked right since. After that 5-round Mendes fight, which arguably could have went to him, you look like you've had a stroke. The left side of your face is drooping. I'm worried about you. Honestly, I'm worried. I love you. I love you like my bitch. I shook his hand, I embraced him, I gave him a little cuddle, I told him everything's gonna be A-okay. It will be over before you know it. Just please show up December 12th. So I don't want to scare him anymore. He's petrified. He went running before. So now I'm going to take the opposite approach. Cuddle him, look after him, whisper sweet nothings, tell him it's going to be all right. It will be over quick. And hopefully get him into that octagon December 12th and then end his career.
Conor relaxed and smiling. Oh no! He slapped him!